Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another preview. And the last preview was Tuesday, and the games are coming thick and fast. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the amount of football that's being played, and the fact that we're doing all right in the minute. Kind of coincides with that as well, because if this was last season, this time last year, I was not enjoying it at all. I was screaming, if you remember, just end the season, just end the season. And at the moment, it's not like that. We're actually doing all right. We're not scintillating, but we're better than everyone else. We're top of the league. We're 5 clear at the minute. And we got a trip away to Villa Park tomorrow lunchtime. Arteta has done his press conference, and we're going to get straight into it. First of all, like, sub, and share the content around. Do whatever you have to do to help the channel grow. We beat Brentford 2-0 on Wednesday. However, one thing where there was a concern was the fitness of our defenders. Gabriel's out for a bit of a while. Saliba's out. Arteta said it's a matter of days when he'll be back, but that isn't the main issue. The main issue is now Christian Mosquera is out, and he came off in the game against Brentford, and Timber came on in his place. And to be fair, done well. Timber, I'm not really surprised. He's a very good defender. And for someone his size, he's not obviously like 6 foot plus like the other people. He is very good in the air as well. And I do think he will play at centre back. And I do think Ben White will play at right back, but I'll get into that in a second. Arteta did say Saliba and Trossard, they're going to have a look after today's training session. So they must have already decided by now, but I don't know what they'll do. I think he will start Timber and Ben White at centre back and right back. I think he will go with Gabriel Martinelli. To be fair, he weren't good at all in the last game. However, it will have to be him, and hopefully Trossard can come back as soon as he can, because he was doing very well before he got his injury. He did also talk about the strikers. He got asked if Mikel Merino will be considered as a striker when all the strikers are fit. And Arteta done his normal riddle talk, and then he made a good point, because he's bringing so much in a minute. He's still got to play him. So Mikel Merino will definitely start. And I'm happy with that. People were saying Gyökeres should start tomorrow morning. However, if anything, I would rather bring him off the bench, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, it's good that we have all these options up front, and we haven't got to rush our main striker back in. I don't know what happened there. I had to restart the recording, but let me turn the other light on. But yeah, but one thing I did notice about Aston Villa is that if they beat us tomorrow, there's a 3-point gap between us and them. That is how crazy this Premier League season is, because this league is so wide open. We're probably the only team that are actually doing all right. Everyone else is dying. Chelsea lost the other night. Man United drew. Liverpool drew. City won, but in a crazy fashion. And the other team, Tottenham, they're just shit anyway. Let's just be real. But that's how crazy this league is, because I think they lost their first. They didn't win a game in their first 5 or 6. I think they won about 3 or 4 games without scoring a goal. And then all of a sudden, if they win, they're 3 points behind us. That is how crazy this league is. And it is December coming up, but it is December now as well. And this month is normally where you get the sort of whereabouts of where you're going to finish. Like what teams will be fighting for Europe, what teams will be fighting for the league, relegation, so on and so forth. That is how crazy this league is. And look, we got to go win there tomorrow. Our record at Villa Park is very mixed. Under this manager, 3 wins, 3 losses, I believe. I think it was a 1-0, 1-0. Then we beat them 1-0. Then a 4-2, then a 1-0, and then a 2-0 last season. Don't know how we won the game last season. Watkins absolutely died there. But look, Villa Academy got had. They conceded 3 goals to Brighton the other day. And, you know, they can be got at defensively. But one thing about Unai Emery's teams is that they have been defensively shaky at times. But Watkins did score I think he scored his third goal against Brighton. So he hasn't been on form at all. But Morgan Rogers, he's a threat as well. And to be fair, there's games that I've watched for them. The game against Wolves, don't know how they won that. It was a good goal from I think it was Boubacar Kamara, but they should have probably lost that game. And that was against 20th place Wolves. So yeah, this game, it's not going to be easy. Villa Park, it's a tough place to go, but I think we do get the win. I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal. I think we will concede because there is something about us away from home that I don't like. Our pragmatism when we play away from home, we play so much more slower on the road compared to when we're at home. And what I want the team to be, I think what I want the team to be and what I think he will do is, like I said, put Timber and Ben White in. He'll start Calafiori and Hincapié. Zubimendi, Rice said he's okay, so he'll start this game. This isn't a game where you can rest people, especially away from home. Eze, Saka, Martinelli and Marino. And like I said, score prediction, 2-1 to Arsenal I'm going to go for. But that is it from me. Hopefully we get the win. Hopefully we build some more daylight on the other teams. And I think we are the first game of the weekend as well, so we've got to kick it off in good fashion. But yeah, that's it from me. Like, sub and share, and I'll see you lot in a bit.